Hello everyone, this is Johannes and you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and today I am taking a look at this game right here called Chronicles of Crime, and this game is on Kickstarter right now, so you can click the Kickstarter link in the description to go and check out this game, and you can back it as well if you want to support Lucky Duck Games to get their game out into the hands of all the people of the world. So today, as I said, we are going to take a look at this prototype version of the game, which I was so happy to get. This is one of my most anticipated games of 2018, and I really want to talk about this game, but before we do, let's get down to the table and see how it plays. In Chronicles of Crime, you are investigators trying to find out what happened in some case. This rules explanation is going to be kind of short and kind of generic because this game is really changing up every time you play it, because there's different scenarios, different kind of setup and the like of that. So first off, just want to show you that this is the whole board. Everything is prototype, as you know, but I just wanted to show it here in half to make it easier to see what was going on the screen, because we don't need everything to show how the game works. So basically, what you're going to do is you're going to take out your phone and use the app of the game. And this app works really great, really nice, really simple. So we're going to show it the best we can. It's going to start here, Lucky Duck Games, and we come to Chronicle of Crime. And I'm going to choose to do the tutorial. And basically, I'm not going to show a lot of this app. I'm just going to explain how it works. So you're going to set up the game as the app suggests you to do, and then you are starting. So basically, in this scenario here, we have the police station and a policeman. And then we can talk to this guy. We can first scan the police station up here to say that we are now in the police station. And then we can scan the police officer, and he will tell us some information, some stuff, what's going on. Maybe he tells us that we can go to Leicester Square. And when we do that, we can put it out here. I'm just going to show it here instead. And maybe there's some people there. Maybe we find out that this girl is here. They just give you the number and you can look through the character cards and find some people there. Maybe this guy is there as well. And you can now choose to travel to Leicester Square. And you will choose to travel there the same way. You scan it and say travel. And then you can start talking to these people. And in some places as well, there's going to be a way to investigate a scene. And the way it works, you're going to start it. You're going to take these VR glasses, put them over your phone like this. And you're going to start the timer, and you're going to have a 30-minute time. Not 30 minutes, that's going to be a really long game. A 30-second timer to look through this. You're going to get like an AR, VR experience with 3D. You can look around all the room and see different things. And what you're going to do is that you're going to say those things aloud, so the other players know what you're seeing. And then they're going to take this stack of item cards and find stuff that correlates to the things you see. Let's say you see a knife, like a butter knife. They can take this card that says kitchen utensils. And maybe you see some blood. They can take this blood and organs card. And you see maybe a cat. You can take the animal card. And after you've taken these cards that you think you have found, these things, you can scan them and see if there are actually a clue or not. If there are a clue, you will take them and you will put them up here, and these are the different clues you have to work with. And now, the thing you are going to do is that you will find a guy like this guy in Leicester Square. You can scan him, and then you can scan the item you want to ask him about, and he will tell you what he knows, if he knows anything about this item. And you're just going to continue doing this, moving around, finding new clues, asking people about the clues, trying to find out what happened in this story. And when you think you know what you're going to do, you're going to go back to the police station, talk to the policeman, and try to solve the crime by answering different questions. Also, you're going to have these 4 characters are always going to be in the game, and you can always ask them about things, like a scientist. You have a hacker, he's good with the computers and everything. You have a criminologist, and you have a doctor. So you can use these as well to get more information about the different things you find in your travels. And when you think you know what you are, of course, I said you're going to go to the police station, answer some questions, and you're going to get a score of how well you did. And that is basically the way you play it. You can go to the Kickstarter to learn more about how you play this game, but that is just a general overview about how this game works. That's it. And that is how you play Chronicles of Crime. As you see, this is a really simple, rules-light game, and actually in the app which you use to play, there is a tutorial which works really great. You don't even have to read the rulebook, so probably most of you will actually read the rulebook like I will, because I like to read the rules and get everything in my brain. But the tutorial works really well when you want to teach people the game before you just jump right into it. The tutorial just takes like 20, I think like 15, 20 minutes, I don't remember exactly, but something like that, and you can just go through it to learn how everything fits together. So, this game is super cool. This is a game which is usually, it's kind of different from the games I usually enjoy. As I'm saying a lot these days, because I enjoy most type of games, but like if I should say what kind of games do I love the most, it's gonna be like heavier Euro games. That's my genre, that's what I like the most. But sometimes there comes along games in other genres, like all the time there's so many games, but this game, I have been looking forward to this game for like, I don't remember how long, but quite some time. I got to see like a 1-minute demo in Essen. I didn't have time to do the full demo there, so I got to check it out. I got to check out the glasses that looks like this, and I really was looking forward to it. And when I got sent this prototype copy with the first scenario of the game, I was really happy, because I thought this game would be fun. Well, is it? I kind of spoiled it, didn't I? I kind of spoiled that I really like this game. But let's talk about everything in it, why I like it, why I think it's good, and if you think it looks interesting, so you can go and pledge and back it on Kickstarter. So, let's start off with components, as always. This is a prototype, so I don't gonna go into the quality of the cards, anything like that. I just want to mention that I really enjoy the artwork. It works really well for the theme. Like, there's so many great characters. You have this scary-looking guy with just one eye. You have this Clark Kent-ish guy. I don't know anything about him. You have so many nice guys, like this gardener kind of guy who looks really sad and unhappy with his life. But there's so many nice pieces of art all the way on the player boards, or I mean the character boards, the artwork in the background on the location boards. Everything looks so nice. And also I would say like these clue cards, they only have names on them, but I don't really mind that, because it's easier to just read it and see, okay, I don't know actually if they're gonna do artwork on this. I have no idea, but if they don't, I don't mind, because it's so much easier to see on the table and see, okay, this is a melee weapon, and you probably should already have written down what the melee weapon was, so you know what's going on. And it's easy to organize on the table when you look at the board. If you have this board with all images, it would be for some people harder to see it in a fast glimpse, to know what you're going on. But I don't mind anyway. If you're gonna do artwork, awesome. If they don't, awesome. I don't mind. So yeah, that's everything we're gonna do about components. Amazing artwork, clean. It's logical. It gives a lot of meaning. I love that the QR code is not so big, so that the main part of the card is the image, and then you have the little QR code in the corner. So, what is this game like? You've seen the tutorial, you know, the explanation, you maybe seen the Kickstarter already. This game kind of feels like a newer, modern version of Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective. In Sherlock Holmes, if you haven't played it, it's basically the same type of game where you're gonna go around and talk to people and try to solve a big case about like all of these kind of Sherlock Holmes things. This is a more modern thing. You are in London. It's going around investigating things, but the way this has changed it a lot is basically how much you have to read, and also the great implementation of the app, but we're going to talk about that later. So the way this feels like, if you have played Sherlock Holmes, you know you're going to have to read like 5 pages of text, like in this big book with small text. You have to read like 5 pages of that before you can even start the game. And then every time you're going to read something, it might be just this small, or it might be a whole paragraph which is just taking like 5 minutes to read all the time. And I don't really mind that, because Sherlock Holmes and also Mythos Tales is those kind of games where I like to just sit down in the couch with Sunniva and play those games, just the two of us. This game I will play with 3 and 4 players, no problem, because the way this works is that you use the app to talk to people, and you don't have to scroll and read and read and read. You just get these small snippets of text, which gives you enough clues about what's going on. You can ask questions, you can see what's going on. So you're gonna, as I said in the tutorial, you're gonna see like, okay, what do you know about blood and organs? And he's gonna say something, might be relevant, might be just stupid, but it's going to play quicker because there's not so much text in the game. It's enough to make you feel for the story, to make you understand what's going on, and you're going to note down and see, okay, we're going to go here now because I think that looks interesting. We're going to go to this new area, and whoa, there's this guy here. We've been looking for him, and you're going to see it evolving in the same way as you will do in Sherlock Holmes. But for me, this is way better than Sherlock Holmes. It's modern, and especially because you don't have to read so much text, it's really good for me. So the other thing I like, I haven't really explored it so much because we only have like the tutorial and the first scenario, but it looks like it's going to be like a continuing story, because at the end of the first scenario we were like, oh, what's going to go happen next? I'm not going to spoil anything that happens, but some things happen that made us feel, and I'm pretty sure that it's going to be more stuff happening in the same storyline. So the smaller cases you can solve, but everything is going to, I don't know if there's going to be more storylines, I don't have all the information, but it's really great that you can have this ongoing story to learn more about what's going on. You're solving some crimes and maybe there's like this overarching story all the time. I love that. Like it's like kind of like time stories. I'm not going to spoil anything there as well, but if you have read anything about time stories, you know there's some kind of an overarching story arc, and I'm really looking forward to explore that more in this game. Another thing I kind of did never like about Sherlock Holmes, I am going to compare them a lot because it's kind of really alike, really similar games. One thing I didn't like that because it's a book, when you're going to go to the questions and you have answered them and you go to the next page and see the answers, even if you didn't get anything right, you're done. You can't play the game again. What this does in the app is really great because it knows what you're answering. And if you answer incorrect, I don't know how this works, but when the first time we played, we got to the end, we got to the police station, answered some questions, and after we answered like 2 questions or something, it said like, oh, you don't know what you're doing, go back and investigate more. I didn't say exactly that, but I loved that, because we were so wrong about what was going on. So when we went there and we were doing that, we would just have ended the game and spoiled it for us, and we could never play that scenario again. But the way they does it in this app is just fantastic, because as I said, like if you get something wrong, it will say like, go back and try again, and you can actually continue and finish the game. You don't have to have anything right, but like if you have something, a main thing about the game wrong, then you're gonna go back and do it. And that brings me to the app. Actually, like the app works great. I want to say before we talk about the glasses and the VR, let's talk about the QR codes, because QR codes are kind of hard to work with sometimes. Sometimes you have to like try to scan it for like 5 minutes before something happens. But in this game, in the app, it works really well. I tried when we played. I tried to take it far away, on an angle, and all this stuff. And almost every time it scanned the right QR code really fast. Because this might be like something you're thinking about if you want to back this game. That might be like a really big problem. I would be really irritated if I had to stand and try to get the QR code to scan. But with the app, it works really great. I basically have not seen like so many QR codes are hard to read. In this, I had no problems at all. That is a huge plus for me, because when I first decided to do this, I am really glad that it works so well. So let's talk about the app. The app is really great. It works splendid. It's really easy. It's really easy to work with. I'm not going to try to film it. You can see the app here, and I go into the tutorial. I will play the tutorial. It has difficulty levels, and basically this is how the app looks. So you have a screen, and you can just step next, and it will tell you what's going on, and it will tell you how to set up the game and everything. So because it's different every time you're going to play with the different scenarios, how you set up, it's all in the app. And yeah, that's right. And let's see here, we're gonna, I'm not gonna do this because it's kind of fiddly to do it on camera, but yeah, I said in the rules explanation how the game works. Let's talk about these glasses, because it's a super cool thing. You're gonna put them on here, and you're gonna go through the location, look through them, and you can look around and try to find things. And when you play with other players, you can play this solo. It's a bit more hassle to do because you have to sit here and then remember what you saw. Because when you play this, you're gonna see like, okay, I see a cake, I see a pencil, I see some dogs, like whatever, I see a patchwork game. You don't actually do that, but all these different things, and then people will look through and try to do that as to remember what's going on. And then if you want to, you get the chance to pass it to another player and they can look as well. A couple of times, actually one time, the reason we didn't actually have the right answers in the beginning, the first time we went to the police station, was that we have overseen this really huge thing in one of the scenes. So it's really nice that you have to pass it around, because two of us, we were 3 players playing, 2 of us didn't see this obvious thing. And the last person took on the glass was like, oh, but there's this thing here. Did you see that? You're like, what is going on? We had no idea that was there. And that helped us solve the case. So it's really nice that you can use different people to see different things, because sometimes it's easy. You have this time limit, like 30 seconds, I think, and it's stressful because you know you have to see the most information, and it really works really good. Like, one of the things I don't like about Sherlock Holmes, for example, like I like it that, but I would only play it with 2. As I said earlier, I would play this with more players, no problem. So all in all, this is a really great game. I am really looking forward to get more cases and play more of this game. This game is fantastic. If this looks anything interesting to you, I highly recommend that you go and check out the Kickstarter. Also, I have a giveaway for this game right now going on as well. That link is also going to be in the description, so please go and check that out. And that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Have a great weekend, back some games on Kickstarter, play some great games. I am Johannes, and you have been watching Board Gaming Ramblings. Bye bye.